again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott, and as far as I'm concerned, today is Talcott Tuesday where I am. And I tell you what, here in Baltimore, man, the weather changed, and it has been a glorious, just a beautiful day here on Earth with me and where I've been, and I hope it has been with you as well. Whether you're joining me here in the now or in the later, sincerely, God bless you. And thank you to you all. Because really, let's face it, if I wasn't getting any attention, would I be doing this still? I mean, I got to give the credit where the credit's due, and that belongs with you. Those of you who tune in to check it out to see what's this Jack Talcott guy going to say today? What's he going to do? Who's going to show up? Whose anger is going to win, right? This sort of thing. I get it. It's kind of a reality show in many ways, but praise God. I've been giving a lot of thought to what I've been learning, what my purpose might be, might not be, and it brought me to here. So my purpose is to be here with you and to share some ideas on the problems in the world, and not just that, but solutions. And, here's the goal: within me, within you, end all wars for lasting peace. And join us all in creating a better future together, because the problems in the world are as real as the people that are suffering through them and with them. And maybe that's you to your degree, right? We all carry these pains and we find these injuries as we go through life, but pains and injuries, whether physical or emotional, they don't have to result in long-term suffering, because there's solutions for everything. My brothers and sisters, where was that? Today, my hope and my goal, finally we get going, and may joy and love today be unrestrained with you. Consider that for yourself. What would it look like and feel like for you if your joy, your love were unrestrained? Where you just ooze that stuff, love and joy coming up and coming out of you. Yes, if you're on a roll today, man. Thinking can hurt the brain. It can cause damage. But if you give your mind to God, you give your mind to love, you give your mind to faith and trust and hope, there's a lightening in your heart. There's a loosening that happens in your physical nervous system. At least that's what happened with me. And that's what I've heard has happened with a lot of other people. And so I'm just trying to get some folks pointed that way. So if you already found yourself to this point of growing peace and love and joy every day, congratulations to you. I'm inviting you to reach out and invite the others you might know that haven't found that. Because I don't know if you know it or not, in my language, Jack's language, we got a lot of bitter bitches as around us, right? We might be surrounded by bitter bitches quite often sometimes. And so what do? Well, you don't let that become you. You don't let yourself become what you don't want, right? The best way to avoid becoming what you don't want is to keep your mind and heart united together, not divided, not torn apart, but your mind and heart united together for what you want in your life. You choose the direction, right? The destiny and the outcome is not in our hands, but you choose the direction and where you focus your time, energy, and attention. Not just your money, right? But your time, energy, and attention, that's how you gain everything in this life, or that's how you give everything away in this life with your time, energy, and attention. So, in the background is the offer and invitation. Join us to end wars and create a better future for us all. And, the thumbnail today, I'm hoping we can all agree it's time to create a better life for us all. And you don't necessarily have to agree with me even, but if you can buy into the idea it's time to create a better life, commit yourself, devote yourself in that specific direction. I know, Jack, there's no details, there's no plans in a better life. Right? Well, you got to figure it out as you go. That's what life's all about. We make it such a drama show, man. God, people and their ignorance and their emotions. I'm one of those people. And so are you, right? We're all people with these thoughts and emotions. We don't always, honestly, know what to do, right? Especially when we know of all these problems. They seem so big, so insurmountable. It's always been that way, right? As far as you can remember, as far as you know. And if it's always been that way and the signs are that people don't want to change it, then what do? You just suffer, you just cope with the problem, you ignore the problem, you deny the problem, you pretend that things aren't happening while you're alive. The games that people play, man, in this life experience. I mean, it's really the difference between life and dream is not that far. Okay. It's just there's just a slight difference. But you can learn how to focus your mind so that your life becomes so much better. It feels like a dream. It's what happened with me. That's why a lot of people think I'm nuts. Um, but that's okay. It's okay to be nuts in a world that doesn't make sense. You got to be a little different. Otherwise, you'll become insane like the masses are insane. Insanely ignorant, not knowing the truth of life, God's love. And I went through much of my life like that, not knowing the truth of God's love. And now I can honestly say I have had a taste. And it's hard to explain. I can just point in the direction that this experience of divinity and holiness for you to experience, right? Each of us has our own part and path, and we learn what we learn along our way. But what you learn, it's up to you. You got to integrate what you learn and you got to put it into practice. So if you can take some of these ideas for you, what I'm really honestly trying to do with you and everyone else is to remind you of the true holiness and the God spark that's within you. See, and I was trying to find ways to describe the God spark within you earlier. I think it's what Jesus was saying, that which you do to least of me, these you do to me. You ignore someone's suffering, you deny someone's pain from being a part of your life, and you're ignoring that God spark in another. And that God spark within you, it is the in my I'm trying to the God spark is the light. The light within you is the awareness. The awareness of knowledge reveals your intelligence, right? Your intelligence is revealed through your awareness of knowledge that's applicable to you and what you're dealing with. So the light within you is the intelligence and awareness of you. And we each have our own veils of ignorance and darkness, right? It's in that ignorance and darkness we find our stupidity. It shines in reflection to the greater being of who we are. So this God spark within, it is the light, the energy, the infinite potential. And then through the infinite potential of energy, there is the light that it's illuminating and it reveals information. And that's just like your awareness. And within your awareness, the unknown parts of your mind can come all sorts of incredible ideas, incredible songs, incredible art. There's a divinity, there's an access to divinity that's found within you and me and all of us through capturing that awareness and the intelligent awareness, the spark, the God spark inside. And it's not just limited to the awareness and the intelligence, it's also that warmth of the heart of hearts, the generous heart that's within you, right? When you feel that heart and that love rise within you, and you know it's true, right? That's the holiness, the divinity. It's the God spark of life that generates all things. There's no separating you from God. There's no separating you from God except your ideas. That's what was true for me. And there's no separating you from God's love, from feeling God's love, except those ideas that you cling to, the ones that you hold to be so dear, such as, I'll be happy when I have money, or I'll be happy when I have a relationship, or I'll be happy when, or you're constantly fighting against reality and what the world is showing you. If you're attached to those patterns and ideas, you're blocking yourself from God's love. And the people that are showing such bitterness and they're so hard to get along with, many of my regular guests, past guests, what those guys are experiencing, it's a little bit of self-loathing. I used to be that way too, so I know it. But the reality is, being bitter to bitterness doesn't find resolution. All it does is grows more bitterness. So the path I'm on, and I hope it comes through, I think it is. I think my efforts are witnessed and noticed by a number of you. The path I've chosen for myself is to walk the higher path, not to put myself above anybody else or anything, but to keep myself out of the darkness and the negativity, right? Because I was given the opportunity and access to the education in my life experience to really support my inner work, for me to have time, not just time by myself and going in myself, but life brought me experiences for me to see myself in and actually reflect on what the heck do you do when this happens? What did I do wrong? I'm getting off. I got so many different ideas I want and hope to discuss. Well, finding the God spark. Finding the God spark within you, within me, within those people that are suffering, even if we may not know their names, even if we may not clearly know their faces. Right? If we know there's suffering in this world with people, we know there's a problem. And the problems, while they may not be in your direct experience, my direct experience, these problems that we're aware of, and in my mind is the continuing wars. While I know there's discussions of peace, I also know the manipulative tactics of some of these agencies. The problems in this world are as real as the people. How do you fit in? Right? That's the next question. How do you fit into this world? Are you part of the problem? Are you part of the people? Are you part of the people with the problem? Or are you somehow separated from everything, right? And just on your own path and focused on your own self? And that's fine for many people, but if we got all these people doing that, we're missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime here on earth. I was The solution is we embrace what we've been given, brothers and sisters. We have here on earth the ability, the intelligence, we've got the logistics, we've got the technologies, we've got everything we need. And if you look at today's society, wherever you are, good and bad, what can happen when people come together? Well, when people come together, you get militaries, right? And you can go to war. That's one thing. You can also get people coming together to create the weapons for the military and all the supplies for the military to keep the wars going, right? Because they got jobs. You got to have jobs, right? For the gross national product, and you got to worry about the stock exchange, right? And you got to make sure the money's flowing. And so when people come together, they don't just have to create war. They don't just have to create destruction. Look at the infrastructure, right? The incredible potential that's available for us if we capture the abilities and the intelligence and we wisely use resources together. We could raise the standard of living for every human being here on earth for generations. I mean, we've already created highways and mail systems and communication systems and commerce systems and all sorts of systems, right? But if we're not people who can actually get along with kindness and goodness, what the frick is the point of it? And the thing that keeps most people separated from feeling kindness and goodness and sharing love and actually loving the life they're living, much of the reason, the excuse is desperation. And there's a lot of desperation in this world because for some reason the banking system, the monopolized money system, is a real life game of Monopoly. We were born into a game of wealth extraction and property ownership. And then we were taught, just play along, guys. This is the American way where everything is bought and sold. Get used to it, Jack. Fuck that, man. Fuck that. I ain't one for buying and selling nothing. I'm about fair exchange of value because that's what nature offers. Not only is nature fair, it's generous, it's forgiving, right? It's overcoming. in many ways. And in many ways, it's very parasitic and destruction and destructive. And, you know, praise God, for God reveals everything in every way. Let everything be revealed to you any way that it's revealed to you, any way that it's shown. Let it be a part of your everything, and just love everything, everything that you get to discover, everything that God spark, that Holy Spirit within you, the highest self, the greatest version of you, right? There's a greater part of you and me and all of us, and it's connected to the highest state of consciousness of humanity. In my mind, that is Jesus, and all others like him, right? The pure, the holy, the divine. We are connected to that, whether you're cognizant, aware of it, whether it's in your thoughts and consciousness or not, it is true. It's the only logical conclusion that I've come to, at least. But you know what? Praise God, I'm willing to be wrong. I am willing to be wrong in my devotion and dedication to God and love and life. If that's the wrong way for me to live, well, I'm going to live it out as long as I can, and then we'll see what happens next. I mean, life's already thrown me a bunch of curveballs and such, and I'm still just a man trying to figure out, how do I put these pieces back together? I think they're coming together in a better way. And what I've been learning in my own experience is something I'd like to share with you, something for you to consider. If you stop fighting so hard, you stop trying so hard, and you actually give in to this experience of life and let life happen with you and through you, and let it be a fair exchange, right? Love for love, you and life. Love the life you've been given in the best ways you can, and the things you can't convince yourself to love, walk away from them, let them go. Maybe it ain't for you if you can't find a way to love it with you, whoever that is or whatever it is. But you got to be honest about love too, because love is honest. Love is this force that reveals power, it reveals trueness. It really does. That's what we are. We are emanations and manifestations of divine intelligence, love. That's the holy spark, at least in the best way I can say, the God spark, right? Maybe the Holy Spirit that was spoken about in the Bible. But there's another logical way for you to find the God spark in you as well, is to see how in your life you have been and still are the creator of you. Only you get to decide what you do. Only you get to decide what you say. Only you get to decide what you think or believe or keep or give away, right? You decide you. So in the greater picture of it, you've created you. You've co-created you in the life that's been given to you, no doubt. You didn't do it on your own. And you co-created the life you're living with what God offered you to find and to be and to become. But if you think you're done growing or you think you're done learning, you are fooling nobody but yourself. Because as long as this breath of peace breathes us, right? The breath of peace, it moves without resistance, effortlessly. I don't even have to think about it. So as long as this breath of peace breathes me, I'm not done. And if I'm not done, then I'm still growing. And if I'm still growing, then I'm still learning. And if I'm still learning, then I'm still overcoming, right? There's things and obstacles before me. I'm not afraid of those anymore. I used to be. Used to be so afraid about the unknown and what I wasn't prepared for. What I wasn't prepared for is to discover the God spark within me and the intimate relationship that I had with God. I wasn't prepared to discover that. I'll be quite honest. But back to an idea of applying these ideas. If you can recognize the God spark within you, the co creative force of life that you are here while you're here on earth, then maybe the next step is to align with divinity and purity, right? Purify your mind, uncontaminate your heart. Let yourself be open for greater. And my thoughts on God is the generous nature of abundance that's shown through nature, right? God is giving, particularly when good efforts are, you know, put forth. It's natural. So for me on my own path, what I actually did find joy in, I found joy and happiness in conservation, right? Being very mindful in my purchases. Do I really need this? Where is this going to end up? How much trash is involved with this? What was the resourcing and production involved with this? I'm mindful, but I don't drive myself nuts with these things. I choose to buy less, right? And and so I found this a long time ago too, through conditions, economic scarcity periods of that, where the dietary choices started getting limited. Well, anyway, I found joy and pride in myself by my willingness and self-control, the ability to conserve wisely. Not stingily, right? I'm still generous with what I have. I'm willing to share where there's a need. Um, but being if you lessen your consumption and you're wise with that, well, then you do have more to share, and you're not so worried about sharing because you're used to consuming less. And to me, that is more godlike. And if our society did that, if we didn't feed the greed of the billionaire class and those who are fighting for dominance, if we actually supported one another, it would be so much easier just to share, to provide for everyone's needs, and people people take what's fair, they receive what's fair, and they share all they can. And if we did that, holy cows, man, this is it. If we can share good ideas around the world, we'll have a world where everyone is just loving life. I mean, it won't we'll work we'll progress towards perfection. That's the whole point of this natural development, right? That's what life is. It's all about stages. And we are in this stage right now of absolute fracturing and division. But when we unite together with love and wisdom, intelligently uniting together, instead of supporting this idiocratic, they're idiots, they're morons. The entire clown show that's going on in the United States White House and in this nation. The levels of corruption we've got today, brothers and sisters, seriously. We've got issues, obvious issues, collectively, not just one person, and there's no one person, one organization to blame, but we've got to look around in this experience here in America. And it's not just America, it's all around the world. We got problems in our media. We got problems in our governments. We got problems in our corporations. We got problems in our healthcare. We got problems in our food. We got problems in our air. We got problems in our water. We got problems with the trash. We got problems of pollution and destruction. There's real problems in this world, brothers and sisters, that are creating real suffering. I'd love for us to agree. Oops, did I do the wrong thing? I'd love for us to agree that it's time to create a better life for us all. That's the message of today. Because if we can work towards this goal of a better life, not just for you, not just for those close to you, but a better life for all. Because in the end, we are all in this timeline and lifetime together. One way or another, God's given us this world. I think it's time for mankind to start figuring it out. And the thing is, we don't have to figure it out. We don't have to figure out the solutions for the world problems. They're already there. God's given us the answers. Are we willing to accept and run with good ideas? Are we willing to put them into practice and to apply them or not? That was a question I was faced with in my development, because I came across a lot of good ideas, a lot of ideas that sounded foreign to me, and they sounded illogical actually. But once I started applying them, started experiencing the results, I stopped resisting as much. And this is the thing that holds many people back. And I learned this from my own experience. What held me back from sobriety, from health, from success, greater happiness, all of those things, I thought there were reasons. They were excuses. and excuses, when you really look at them and break them down, they're completely illogical, especially when you realize what you're missing out on. So the idea is these excuses, excuses will follow logic, right? They'll make sense in some degree at some time. Otherwise, you wouldn't give them any power. But if you give power to excuses, what'll happen is you'll start feeling limited, right? Because this direction won't work and that direction won't work. When the one that does work, you won't look at, you won't allow yourself. And so as you start feeling dark and lost from, helpful answers, you'll accept there's a hopelessness and a darkness that gets pretty solid. That was my experience, at least. But in addition to that experience, and as something I learned from that experience of going into the darkness, is when I gave myself permission to believe there was hope, I found the willingness to try. And as soon as I found that willingness to try, I saw light in the distance. I wasn't sure. I didn't have faith I could get there. I wasn't strong enough to make it to this place in my mind that I wanted to get to, right? But I tell you what, the laws of nature are real. You just gotta trust them and move with them. Because once I took a step forward, even with shaky legs, hardly any confidence, hardly any real belief in success, but I took a step and I felt better because at least I did a step. I moved towards a greater life. And once I got through that step and I looked at myself and, all right, you did a step, now what? And I looked around again. Holy shit, there was another step. And then I found some things I needed to learn and ways to learn the things I needed to learn. And it just seemed to keep going and keep working itself towards where I am today. And where I am today, I'm Jack Talcott. I'm before you. And the message and brand that I have for the world is God sent. I believe that. And the message is to live without fear. And the path to live without fear is to trust and to love and to share trust and receive trust and become trustworthy and become lovable. You become lovable by becoming love. The two just go together, it seems. And not everybody loves how you might love, so you got to be prepared to be rejected. But love really is the answer to peace. It's the path to peace. I think we are living at this time, brothers and sisters, with the evidence of the problems in the world and the corruption. The evidence is undeniable. The news of the wars, the news of the manipulation, and the propaganda has proven to be very successful. So let's accept all those things as real. And it might not be easy. We might not have all the answers right now, but if we can believe in our heart of hearts, that it's time to create a better life for us all, you, wherever you are, whoever you are, have a conversation with those around you. And between you and those around you, ask yourselves, what can I do? What can we do to create a better life? Create a better world in this life, right? Or create a better life in this world that's around us and with us. And the world is for us. Mother Earth is who we are. We come from dust and nutrients that come from Earth, right? We're stardust. We're part of Earth. And the Earth is part of the solar system. The solar system's part of the universe. And we're just one universal happening and experience of consciousness and awareness. It's through that awareness and that consciousness that's within you and me that we can find the unsettling news of what the world might bring. But it's also through that consciousness and awareness that's within you and me that we can find the stillness and the silence that's behind and within everything. Right? There is a stillness behind and within every bit of motion and emotion. It's just a matter of harmonizing and aligning your mind, your heart, and your physical being grounded, knowing that I am Earth, I am this world, I am all that ever was and ever will be, only because I am one with God. And God is one with me. And with me is the truth. And with the truth and God, I can celebrate my life because God has given me life again today. Why not? Why not celebrate? I mean, we can celebrate as we solve problems. We can celebrate especially when we work together and solve problems. And you can get big celebrations going together. And people love to party. People love to party. And there's another example. When people come together, people put on some pretty amazing parties and festivals, dude. I haven't been to a lot of them in a long time, but you know what? I have been completely ignoring the chat for a little bit. I do love you. Stripe, I agree. God grift is getting old, but I'm not grifting. I'm praising. I'm praising and sharing my love for God. And I ask for I don't ask. I really don't ask for much. Uh, Mariah, blessings, sincerely, all of you. I'm going to drop the link and we will see where this day goes. Thank you, sincerely. I hope, and if you have questions or feedback on some of the things I say, please, those are really the things I'd love to get into. Um, hey, we have a guest already, and I'm going to bring him up right away. Our friend and neighbor, DNW, Finding Gnosis channel. How are you, brother?
Hello, Jack. I'm exceedingly well, thank you very much. I hope you are too. You sound in good spirits, so that's good. I was listening with great satisfaction to your sermon there, Jack. I hope you don't mind me saying this. I think there may be a tipping point where people's attention starts to dissolve because I've noticed in the live chat people start getting a bit erratic, and I don't know what it is, Jack. I think you're at your most effective when you hit like 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. I think if you go over that, Jack, right, I think a lot of these people lose lose track. And it's not their fault. Some of them have ADHD, but also, Jack, you have to appreciate some of them are coming on here as malevolent spirits. They're opposed to you. Yeah. So you have a short period of time where you can really hit them hard with love, you know? And
Thank you.
yeah, otherwise it can deteriorate and your message can be lost. I'm sorry, Jack, but that was a fantastic sermon otherwise. And Jack, I was just thinking of living our best lives, you know. And Jack, I think one thing I often think about is don't compare yourself to others, Jack. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, in your mannerisms, in your outlook. Okay. And you can do this in your health as well if you want as well sometimes. Are you doing better than you were in the past? That's what you need to concentrate on. That's what you need to concentrate because that will lead you to well-being, Jack, and that will lead to a better world. And that is part and parcel, Jack, to what you were talking about, which I thought was fantastic, which was not being bitter, not being resentful of others, because there's no need to be. They're not. They are not you. You have a job to do, and that's to be the best version of yourself. That's your job.
It's our opportunity and
Amen.
our duty, absolutely. Um, one thing, and I agree completely. If you're going to compare, the best thing you're going to compare yourself to is yourself. How are you doing compared to what you used to be? Are you doing better? Are you still the same? You just getting worse? But there's also been studies and the idea of if you compare yourself and you find someone you admire, someone you respect, someone you want to learn from, if you spend time placing your mind in their perspective, you can actually pick up a lot of their thinking that way.
Fantastic, fantastic, Jack. You are right. It's not. Look, as usual, things are multifaceted.
Right.
But yeah,
Yes.
but when you're comparing yourself to your past self, and you're asking, "Am I better than I was in the past?" Yeah, part and parcel of that, Jack, is to look at who you're mixing with, who you're giving credence to as your inspiration. You know, who is your leader? Who is your guru? Who is your motivator? What is your motivation? Yeah, so you have to look at the people around you, Jack, and you have to do an honest assessment. Why are you looking up to these people? Why are you wanting to be like these people? Is that making you better than you were yesterday? Is that going to make you happier, healthier, a more well-rounded and grounded person? Or are you doing it for the wrong reasons?
Brother, you nailed it. That honesty is the absolute key, and we've got to look at what are we doing and why are we doing it and what do we want it from it, right? I guess that's the why. Hey, we've got a returning guest again, JG. How are you today, brother?
Doing good, man. Drinking some agua, practicing Hmong, and existing, living.
Looks beautiful there.
Yeah.
Um, all right. Well, thank you for joining.
Yep.
Any thoughts on what we've been talking about?
Yeah, man. Gotta pay attention. Life's all about paying attention.
Yeah, we got to pay attention to what we're paying attention to. That's for sure. Because
What are you paying attention to, and why?
exactly.
Right?
This is where our minds can get lost, where the archetype of the devil comes in to distract our minds from our purpose, and then America is created. And
It's all about love, man.
well, it really is. It is about love.
Nah, that's a joke. That's just a tattoo I have that says love, but it's not about love.
Well, you're still in the denial stage, but you'll find it. You'll
Well,
find
it's not.
you'll find
It's not
time.
denial. It's Jack. It's not denial. Let me educate you here on history. Love Park was a plaza in Philadelphia that had a statue that said "Love." That was my home, and I tattooed that on my leg like 15 years ago.
In commemoration of a statue, not the not not the
Love
power of love.
Love Park was that was our church. That was my church. I'm not going
Oh,
to speak for everybody because that was really my place.
okay.
Mr. Quinn, um, how look at Mr. Quinn's vantage point here. What he's looking at. Does that make you happy, Mr. Quinn? Looks beautiful.
Yeah, man, this is real life. The
And actually,
breeze, the
oh
blue
please,
skies, the
yeah.
trees. You can breathe. You can feel the life around you helping your own life.
Mm-hmm.
Some people
Yeah.
say, "Oh, that's corny. That's nerdy." Like, "Oh, you're a weirdo," and I'm like, "No, that's you. That's you."
Well, and that's what I mean. The world will soon get more used to that idea
But Jack, what
of
he just
being.
said there, let's not glaze over. Let's not dismiss that. That is what he just said was quite profound. He's happy because life is helping him. Life is helping life.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what it's all about, Jack?
It really is.
Life helping life in an otherwise hopeless reality. It's a hopeless reality if there isn't life helping life.
Amen. And we are the life that's here to help the life. And
I like life to help me. It gets old trying to help other humans, but it's nice to enjoy the help from
well,
that from life itself.
it may be in the past you found ways that weren't real value or you weren't really into it, but there's always new opportunities. Are you still in Spokane by a chance?
Jack, I told you yesterday. Yes.
Well,
Come on,
my
man.
prayer is to find a way to reunite with my son in Spokane.
I can't help you with that. That would be foolish on my part.
What Where's the reasoning in that? I'd like to better understand what it's
Jack, I
for.
don't have Jack, I don't have people supporting me with money. I have to work for money and rest and take care of my body. I have no time to contact little Jack Talcott.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my
Yeah.
best interest to get
And
involved
can I
in
just say, as
hey,
a
hey,
as a kind of
hey, Yo,
Yes, Mr. Quinn.
D&W. Look,
I'm
you
listening.
gotta stop. You just gotta stop talking over people and let people land what they're saying. All
Fair
right.
comment. Fair
I
comment.
know you're a troll, but dude, just don't troll when I'm speaking, man.
That's a mischaracterization, but I
Yes,
accept the previous point.
thank you.
Jack, I'll be honest with you. Come on, Jack. You can't be real if you think JC isn't the guy to be your intermediary with this absent son of yours, long lost son. It's not a good idea, Jack.
In
As
his
much as
current,
I admire Mr. Quinn, Mr. Quinn has an axe to grind with you, Mr. Talcott. Why would you choose someone like? Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
he comes across rough, but I see him. I see him.
No, but Mr. Talcott, with respect, he's already said he doesn't like you. The reason he doesn't like
Oh,
you
I
is
know.
because he had an absent father.
I know. Well,
What's to say that him meeting your long lost son isn't going to cause some kind of union between both of them to crib and moan about their absent fathers, and it might get much worse for you.
I think my
Is
son's
is
smart,
this
but
is this good content you're creating here, D&W?
actually,
No,
here, I, my answer is actually I stand by what I said earlier. When you showed the tattoo of love, um, it's I see you denying love.
No, it's a tattoo of a sculpture. The
I
sculpture was in
know.
the park. We called it
I
Love
know.
Park, and I
Hmm.
loved that fucking place.
I know. I know.
Right.
And my initial assumption was inaccurate, but I still stand by my words. You have the word love tattooed on your leg, regardless of the initial inspiration for it. And yet you are a man who denies love from yourself.
I deny love.
Yeah.
I love myself.
Well, you say that you do, and yet you insist on being alone, and you've got kind of a negative outlook on a lot of the world from what I've
If
seen.
I if I had a negative outlook, I wouldn't be practicing solitude, enjoying life. I'd be what, a junkie? I'd be a
No,
drunk. I'd be
I
you
mean,
might
look,
be.
Jack.
Go ahead.
This man has a lot of I would say traits that are admirable. You know, he is kind of stoic in his own kind of way. You know, he works, he makes a living, he's a survivalist. You know, he's out there fending for himself. I mean, there's a lot to admire there. There's a lot actually people can learn from him, believe it or not. You know, he
Absolutely.
has. This is the thing, Mr. Quinn. You have a lot to offer others. A lot to offer others, and his
Talcott. You
time will
may
come,
be
Jack.
projecting. You know that may be the case. You're projecting that onto me. What are you going to tell me next? That I'm a
No,
fairy and I dress
wait.
up as a squirrel?
Do you deny what he said? I mean, do you deny those kind words?
No, I was getting at you. I'm trying to ignore D&W because I was focused. I'm focused on what you were saying.
My apologies, JG. My
I'm
apologies.
not here
The
to be
nut will
gassed up
crack
by a
eventually.
British guy.
The nut will crack eventually, and the love will come out. It's inside,
It's what's
waiting.
happening. It's
It's
this
there.
time.
I
Yeah,
know it's been stirred. It has been stirred. If it wasn't
All right,
being
all
stirred,
right.
he wouldn't be here. He wouldn't be here.
I love life more than I love people. I love enjoying life. I love skateboarding. I love the solitude of train hopping and enjoying the fucking breeze and the smells and feeling that
right.
high on life, that natural high.
JG.
That's what it's all about. The natural high.
Well, some of the natural highs I think you're missing out on is teamwork, working with others to accomplish greater things than just yourself and your entertainment. Fulfillment. That is an excellent feeling that's available.
That's a
And
choice.
you find that. I'm sure you
That's
find
a
some.
it's all a choice. I could choose to do that, but do I want to do that? Do I love to do that? No.
Well, and this is what I mean. I love that you're here, but let me come
Look,
back.
Jack, I'm doing vinyl floor. Hold on. Once again, let me get this truth out here. I do construction work. I've helped people all over this country.
I
Okay,
believe you.
I've done a lot of good stuff for people and for cheap. I really don't care about the money, right?
I believe.
I'll do all this work. Yeah, just give me 15 an hour. Give me 20 an hour. I don't give a shit. Oh man, you're a godsend. You
Right.
know, right?
Yeah.
I've helped so many people.
I believe
And
you.
it's not about being rich. I know I can survive. I know how to get money, man. I fly a sign. Hey, here's $10. Hey, thank you for the help. You need. You really want to work? Yeah. I do tile. I do concrete, vinyl floors. Work a few
Okay.
days. Help some veteran, right? Help some old Christian guy, and they're ecstatic.
Should
Thanks,
we
man.
praise you, JG? I mean, is that enough of the self praise already there? Or, I mean,
Thank you, Floyd.
is this promotion? Is this like I'm so cheap, hire me, or what is this?
No. It's basically Jack's like, oh, you gotta do this and this, and it's like I've been
Please.
doing this for years. I've
JG.
been doing this for years.
It sounds a bit desperate, but yeah, I mean, you can be proud of your desperation. Dude.
I don't think it's desperate. Maybe misguided.
No, but I mean,
Yeah.
I can't take
Now,
you seriously.
someone in the objective
BMW.
ethics says objective ethics.
Anything you say is just
BMW, please. Just briefly, because I haven't got to this.
I got muted.
I did mute you, JG, just for a moment, please. Thank you. Because actually, Hank, with his support and generosity with me, is supporting you, I believe. JG is right. Self-love and misanthropy is compatible.
See,
Right,
I
I
love
just
man.
gotta ignore the
Just
noise, ignore the chat, right?
Yeah, but not the super chats. Come on, people
No,
pay for
Jack.
that.
No.
No, Jack. That's not true. I'm
All I'm
sorry,
saying,
man.
Jack, is I've been doing what you're saying I should be doing for years, man.
I believe you.
Misanthropy, Jack, is a dislike of people in general. You can't have that and have self love. I'm sorry.
No, I
Well,
agree.
some people perform that, on panel or in chat. So
Is that a
Look,
that's what Hank Oflamio actually meant to say.
Well, that's kind of the thing. We've got a lot of performers, but I wanted to point out JG is out there in nature, and that is the real world. But I am really alive. This is really our life, right?
Hmm.
Hank,
Are you gonna say God
brother,
put me in Spokane to help you with your son? Is that what you're gonna say next?
One day, John is going to meet a beautiful woman, somebody out there, and they're going to change his life. They're going to show him the love he's looking for. He'll
Just
be okay.
him? That's unfortunate. So,
John, keep yourself going. Keep working hard. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm fine, man, but I'm not.
so
Go ahead.
counterexample, Schopenhauer. He was both misanthropic and loved himself. You can read his material if you don't believe me. And second of all, Jack, you're kind of doing what to JG what most people do to you. Just say, this is how you do this thing correctly. I'm not sure. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's a thing.
You
I
make
know
so
it's
much.
Talcott.
Yeah, but I don't think Hank, he was a true misanthrope. He ended up pleading for people to see the fellow sufferer and to have empathy for them. To me, that's not really misanthropic. That's actually loving. Hank, I'm being honest. I wouldn't classify him as a misanthropic individual. He literally ended up saying, please see the fellow sufferer in others. We are in a kind of hellscape reality, and that should give you empathy for them. If he didn't like them, if he didn't like people, if he was misanthropic, I mean, he wouldn't have said that.
Jack, I think you should try to encourage people like Voy to help other people and do good for other people instead of like drinking. Like there's so many drunks and drug addicts and spoiled people on your live streams in your chat. They're the people you should try to encourage, not the people that are already doing and have value and are really, at the coalface in reality.
Yeah, I think I agree. Yeah, you don't need any help. So why are you taking up my time, actually, JG and DNW? Why are you taking up my time?
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Is that the mission? Is that the misanthropy? Right.
Well, I I can relate. I get the reasoning and the logic behind what's being said. I've just learned different things. And I'm just trying to share these different things that, could be helpful. Because the fact is, the best way to gain in our life is to serve others. And JG, you gave us a fair list of how you have been serving others, right? You found an exchange and received. So good, right? I just know there's more available.
I
And
wouldn't
right
say serving. I wouldn't say serving others. I'm just giving people a hand. Helping people out.
well, you mentioned
That came out totally wrong, dude. You should stop giving people a hand. Dude. Just
Yeah. Oh, you need
no,
help with
I
your.
get
Then
what
he
You
might end
need,
up like you, Voy. And there would be no good in that.
no, I get what he's saying.
yeah, boy. I give people a hand. You give people hand jobs.
Stop. So, well, you said that the people you came across, it sounds like maybe you were there at the right time. You were the right guy at the right time. And so, that is what we're here to do. And you just happen to be where I'm no longer. And I'm still trying to achieve goals back in that location.
Right.
And here's the thing, when you help someone else overcome their problems, you can give that person a new destiny.
You
And I
want to
believe
pay me? Do you want to
rewards.
pay me money? You want to pay me money and I'll help you out?
Nope. If that's the
Right.
only
So,
reason you'd want to help me, no, not at all. I don't want to
Yeah.
pay you.
I don't like
well,
to
Jack, hold on. Look, people support you left and right with money. If I'm going to help you with your, your family, support me with money.
I think it seems fair. I mean,
Yeah, fair
I
is
know,
fair.
I know. You guys, right. You guys think money is the answer. I know that it's not. I
No.
know that
Money is
love and
a means for me to eat. Money is a
right,
means for me to survive.
right. Those are excuses for you to want me to pay you up
Right.
front to
Well,
something that
here's Jack. I'll help
you're
you
not
out with your
listening.
family if you give me $500, man. 500. All
Yeah,
right.
well,
All
it's
right.
not an
Now
option.
let's get back to
AG,
helping Boy with his alcoholism.
how do we help you with your attitude?
You don't try me. You don't tempt. You
so
don't tempt me.
These Marxists that I encounter, they love to put me in a corner. And so when I react from out of that corner, from out of that frame, they blame me for reacting in that manner. It's quite peculiar, to say the
Boy, we
least.
know you're an alcoholic, man. Come on, you got to tighten up.
Right? So there you go. It's very
Fair.
typical, dude. It's a bit boring at this point, but just go ahead and keep on doing it because people will get bored with it.
Right, Boy
Hey,
doesn't want to help himself.
hold on. We got a great guest returning, and I do want to welcome back Dirty Low Life. Good to see you again, brother.
Likewise, evening all. How are we?
Excellent. Hey, I also on this this comment, everyone's value system is different. To some degree, that can be true, right? That is true to a great degree, but why? Why do people value one thing and not another? Oftentimes, it's lack of awareness. They're not aware of the importance of environmentalism, right? Social economic reorganization. They're not aware of how critically important those things are becoming. And because everyone is in their own little because we're all on our own paths, it's impossible to know everything that's happening. What was that? Sorry. Anyway, I think I said what I wanted.
So
What do we do?
So do you understand why JG wants money for his service?
Yeah. He's selfish. He's focused on him, not he's not even looking at the reason for the offer. He's not looking at the why. He's looking at what can he get? What can he gain from this
Jack,
So let's listen to JG.
this reminds me of like when Illumitami offered me a room, and I'm like, dude, I don't even know you. I don't want to get involved. I know
Fine. That's
things
fine.
about you. It's the same thing, Jack.
All right.
I'm not getting involved.
Fine.
All right.
It's your choice. It's your choice. But here's the thing. When there's opportunities to do good in the world and you're not willing to even entertain the choice to do it, you're going to deny yourself being rewarded as well.
Jack, you're asking an unsocial guy that doesn't even want to do this to do something.
I'm not asking you to do anything other than maybe be open-minded and not be such a jerk. I mean, I asked earlier, what do we do to help you with your attitude? I'd love to help you overcome your attitude.
If you want to help me with my attitude, keep being jerk offs, and you'll get the best of me.
Yeah, I mean, Jack, you made this offer for other people, but the only people accepted offers were boundary crossers and people who don't have respect for anyone, such as Pony Boy. And maybe we should try new this class of people.
Yeah. Thank you for that suggestion. But I know all I did is mentioned there's an opportunity there. The man is in the same location as where I've got goals. So you don't have to help, and I'm not available to pay you. It's not in my willingness.
I mean,
right, and hold on, Hank. Yeah, and Talcott, I'm not a sucker, so
I know.
Good luck,
don't worry
man.
about it. Yeah,
I mean, you're closing the door too fast, and you can raise the money. You don't have to pay him. You can get your audience to pay for it.
Hank, again, you don't trust my judgment for some reason, even when it comes to me.
Is it working for you, whatever you're doing?
Yeah, actually.
Jack, with respect, I think Mr. Quinn has fantastic potential, as I've already said. He's a hard worker. He's got unbelievable inner strength, despite his circumstances. He has, believe it or not, his anger isn't completely unjustified. He has been hurt in life. He just has to change it into something positive. He has to use that anger in a sensible way that isn't killing him and making him dysfunctional. So I'm not saying he's wrong to be angry. He probably has been unjustly treated in life. And, I think in many ways he might be a very moral agent. He might be a very concerned individual, a feeling individual. He has views on what is right and what is wrong. And he's not happy with the status quo. He's not happy with the way things are. And that's why I see potential in him, because at least he has that anger in him. And it can be turned into something good. It can be turned into something good.
In all the wrong moments.
Boy, please.
But I also want to say, Jack, he hasn't proven himself as of yet a man of great diplomacy. So I do say, please proceed with caution in this aim of asking him to be the link between you and your estranged son. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
So I think JG's probably pretty good, but you don't have to pay for it. All you need to do is raise $800 via super chat. Then you have enough money for the thing. You have super chats on already right now, so you can't say I hate money and don't have super chat on. You have them on, so all you need to do is raise $800 via super chat, and you have enough money for a service. You need nothing out of your pocket.
Mm-hmm. Thanks
It's all
for
pretty
another
corny.
suggestion.
Let's not do that.
Yeah,
Talcott
let's
might take the money
not
and
worry
run,
about
and
it.
I might have to go to Baltimore. You know,
All right. Good for you. If you make it this way, hit me up.
you don't
We'll
want to
talk.
get hit up. You don't want to get hit up, Jack. I've been trying to tell you this, man. Tighten up.
You realize I'm simply offering a hand in friendship. How dense are you?
Nah,
Huh?
it's
How dense
that's
are
you,
you?
man.
Seriously. I mean, the layers of resistance that I find from so many people, it's fascinating.
All right, man. Go contact your son, man. Don't focus on me.
It's going to happen.
Go
And when it
gaslight
happens,
go gaslight Barnabas. All right.
no.
Go gaslight Barnabas.
JG,
You
here's
can
the
just
thing.
like me instead. I'm right here.
Here's the thing. It's going to happen. And I won't have you to thank for it. That's all it is. And I'm fine with that. It's okay.
Right. I want you to kill yourself.
I know.
I'll pay you. I'll pay you for that.
I know. It's because of your ignorance and bitterness.
Nah, I just know a piece of shit when I see him.
No, you're projecting what's within you, clearly.
No, I mean, I'm a piece of shit, but you're a huge crap. You're a fucking huge moose crap, man.
This is desperate.
This is difficult to listen to. This is difficult to listen to, guys.
Agreed.
I'm a piece of shit because I've killed people. I killed 2 people in Florida.
I mean,
But,
this is getting.
Whoop,
Dude.
sorry, wrong one. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that one.
Well, boy deserved it anyways.
So did he just say he killed 2 people, Jack? What was he on about?
I think he said that. I don't know. He's
Desperate. Desperado. I mean, he is a desperado, right?
he said a lot of things. I mean, as he said,
Bring him back, Jack, because
Such
you
an
don't want him
apologist,
to tell
dude.
us what he was talking about.
There's really no reason to bring him back. You know, he steps
He
He
over
didn't
the
mean
line
to
said he killed 2 people in Florida.
constantly.
I think that's reason enough, is it not?
It could
So
be
this
a
is
good
why
reason.
this is why I would call you a communist and a Marxist. You know,
No.
yeah.
not that. What
Okay.
what I see, the thing is he's shown me enough to know that he's playing a character. He's often inauthentic. I mean, just like his rudeness and attacks at me, that's just stupidity and foolishness. The guy's suffering. Well, I wonder, could it be related to inner guilt? And could that have been an honest confession? Maybe DNW, I'm sorry. Following the train of thought. A little more. JG.
Mr. Quinn, what did you mean by that statement earlier that when you said you killed 2 people in Florida?
Oh, that was just a bit.
Right.
Sorry.
He admitted his inauthenticity. He's fake. He pretends a lot.
A strange pastime.
It's intentional trolling that triggers the man.
Again, a strange pastime.
He entertains himself.
You're a man with many skills and you're not using them. That's the great tragedy, Mr. Quinn. He's not here, but he's wasting himself trolling you, Jack. I mean, what a pathetic and impotent waste of time. I mean, seriously.
Thank you.
The man he's got great physical strength. He's got all his vitality, and he's coming on here like a limp dick, flopping all over the place, wasting his vitality. What the hell is he doing?
Absolutely agree. And I wonder about that because I've met many different versions of that personality. They got a bitterness and they want to challenge me and diminish me. And I've been wondering, why me? Right? I think it's because they're here with me for a reason different than what they think, for sure. Period.
Don't you think it's just the mere attention?
Yes, it is. It's attention seeking because there's an inner conflict within. It's kind of simple. Simple
Yeah.
patterns, really. Once you see them. Hey, Imperius, God bless you for the contributions. I'm not going to read that. Those were your words and not mine, but thank you very much. Anyway, let's let someone else, Dirty Lowlife, please jump in. What are your thoughts or ideas? Where are you at?
Yeah, I've been having a realization over, well, a number of weeks and months now, but basically I like to believe that I'm conscious. And all the time that I'm believing that I'm conscious, I'm not looking for being consciously present. And anywhere where I ascribe myself as having some quality, be it honor or respect or honesty, wherever I label myself and see myself that way, I stop looking for it. And I'm starting to see a problem where we all like to believe we are something. And that belief then inhibits us actually embodying the thing that we believe we are. So I kind of wonder. That's it.
Okay, I feel completion. I'm going. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Nick. And I wonder why all these new characters have kind of had the same accent. But I'll leave you with that. See you on the next one. Ciao.
Hey, Voy, sincerely, blessings to you. I do appreciate you coming through for sure. Those thoughts you were wondering, what came to my mind, Dirty Lowlife? Have you come across Shunyamurti by chance?
No.
He's a part of Sat Yoga Institute. And as I understand, their purpose is to combine sciences and spirituality, but it seems most focused on spirituality and consciousness. And between what you said the other day, you brought the context and the point of being, right? And that present, which is just what you were talking about as well. Right after our conversation, Shunyamurti was reinforcing that idea with me, within me. So this practice of being present, being now, if we believe we are something, it does create a blockage from us becoming what we are. And what we are is really amazing. Every one of us are amazing.
I've got this sneaking suspicion that humans aren't conscious at all. Kind of like a rock isn't conscious. I mean, people have a belief that everything is conscious, right? That's quite a common spiritual trope, for want of a better word. I've believed all of my life that I'm conscious, but now I'm starting to see myself as the rock and the tree. And I think consciousness is actually something else, that present awareness, stillness that you're talking about actually allows consciousness through, rather than being something that I am. Consciousness now flows through me as a vessel because I have a stillness to allow its transmission. I'm actually a fully automatic animal, and sometimes my awareness is sensitive to things. But I elude myself in thinking that sensitivity is consciousness itself, when actually I'm asleep believing I'm XYZ, believing I'm dirty low life. So I think really
I
being...
thought you were too.
I've been asleep the whole time.
Right? That's an interesting aspect, and I'm not sure. I've given quite a bit. Is there, or where is a separation between awareness and consciousness? And
Yeah,
even
I mean,
please go ahead.
I'm sorry, guys. I get what you're saying, low life, and there's something in it, but again, and then again, there's nothing in it. And what I know, that's not being disrespectful, but
No, sure.
things are flowing through you, no doubt, and you're not necessarily choosing what is flowing through you. I would agree with that much. Things are coming through you, like your consciousness is there despite you. Okay, as long as you are still alive, it's there, and
So what about when I go to sleep?
You have no choice in that.
What about when I go to sleep, though?
Well, yeah, you know what I mean. When you go to
Yeah,
sleep,
but my point is that when I'm in sleep, I'm not conscious. If I'm not dreaming, I'm not conscious. There's nothing to be conscious of. But at the same time, when I'm awake, when I wake up in the morning, I'm not really conscious because I'm not woken up yet. And I'll walk downstairs and put the kettle on and start making coffee and feed the budgies, but it's all automatic. I'm still asleep. And I can go a whole day in that state of just doing my day without any conscious awareness whatsoever.
No. To be conscious is like there's levels of awareness. There's levels of awareness, right? So when you wake up, it would be insane for you to start, philosophizing on existence to the degree that you are now when you need to pee or you need to have a cup of tea or you need, unfortunately, you're still a cigarette smoker. So I would urge you to give that up, but you might be pranging out for a cigarette. So your consciousness is impacted by your biology and your environment around you. That's all I'm saying. So when you wake up, your biology is pranging out for this or that, or urging you to do this or that, and that is impacting your consciousness. There isn't really to me, everyone goes on about, consciousness is fundamental. Where was it before I was born? Where will it be after I die? My consciousness is attached to my biology, and so is everybody else's. Okay, that's all you need to worry about. Your consciousness is attached to your biology. It's tethered to it. You can't. Well, these out-of-body experiences will say otherwise. But
it goes out with that with a punch as well. Punched in the head, and it disappears very swiftly.
No. But when I say it's there, I mean the substrate of it, the ingredients of it, the basis for it, the allowance for it is there because of your biology. Yeah. And to me, consciousness is just the electric flux going on in the brain. This bioelectrical, biochemical stimulation of brain matter and our nervous system. And when that no longer functions, your consciousness ceases to be. Even people who have out-of-body experiences, as far as I'm aware, they're still breathing, they're still alive. Their brain is still active. I mean, even these people who say they've had near-death experiences, they say that they've died, their heart stopped beating. I don't know if their brain had actually died, maybe their heart stopped beating for a few seconds or whatever. But I think the brain cells, all of that was still alive. So consciousness to me, Dirty Low Life, is fundamentally attached to life. Yeah. And I've yet to hear a good argument otherwise.
Which life?
Which life? What do you mean by that, Dirty Low Life?
So if a tree is alive, is consciousness attached to the tree?
Okay, so you're going down that route. No, I think you need to have a brain, or at least there's different levels of awareness. We seem to be hyper aware, perhaps, and then you get like an earthworm or something that has little ganglions instead of a brain. It still has like a rudimentary nervous system, so it's aware of something, but it's perhaps not aware of its awareness. It's not as aware as you are, dirty low life. But
I think you're projecting.
All right, maybe I am. Maybe we all are.
No, I was being facetious. I agree a lot with what you said, DW. To take you back to your comment on urges, I think the urges are what's interrupting consciousness, because the urge is like a bodily animal thing. My body needs a cigarette. It's not me wanting a cigarette. I may want a cigarette, but
you can say that, and I agree with you. It does disrupt the consciousness, but the consciousness depends on those urges to survive. If there wasn't an urge telling you that you were hungry, your consciousness wouldn't survive, because it depends on the brain being fed with like glucose, and it depends on all that.
You're a brain up
electrical.
man.
Sorry,
You're a brain up man. Yeah.
would you like
As
to
in
explain?
matter first, and then everything else is a structure arisen from the base structure of neurology.
Well, again, I've yet to see any inspiring evidence of consciousness being shown to me in a manner that isn't attached to a body. You know.
Have you come across the work of Rupert Sheldrake by chance?
Yes.
Yeah, morphic resonance and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean that's still, Jack. That still is to me dependent on the biology.
Well,
from a matter.
My argument would be that the body is simply a transceiver of something that's already there.
Beautiful. That's what I think too.
Well, that is a view a lot of people are having, that we're some kind of antennae for awareness, rather than transmitting it ourselves. We receive it.
If we allow it.
Whether we do or we don't, to me, say that again, Dirty Low Life.
If we allow it.
Yeah.
If we allow it. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of this new age speak about getting downloads, these little eureka moments from something outside of us, and it just seems to come from nowhere. They call it downloads. Okay.
Have you read the book?
Sorry. I just think that's. Forgive me. I think it's an unthinking person's shallow, superficial reasoning of what is going on, and what I mean by that is, what is actually going on is the environment around them, their own brain, their own experiences, their memories, their intellect, their intuition is causing the thought. It isn't coming from elsewhere. Sorry, Jack. Okay, I don't mean to offend anybody. That's what I'm thinking at the moment.
Have you come across the book, Your Thoughts Are Not Your Own? It's an interesting.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Give it a look up. It basically describes the difference between thoughts and thinking, which you used both words in your description there. This idea is that thoughts aren't something you have; they come to you, and thinking is the churning of the mind, rolling the thoughts in different shapes. Yeah.
We were talking about that the other day, weren't we, Jack? You know, thoughts come, and thinking is what you do with them, and. Yeah, there is truth in that, but then there's also the humble acceptance of the fact that we're not in charge of our ability to think. You know, it for me, it's just you can call it God, Jack, God's mercy, God's gift, but not everybody is endowed with the ability to think very well, including me, and I have shortfalls in all areas, so. It's just unfortunate, but that's the way it is, Jack.
I mean, my suggestion would be stop thinking altogether and allow thoughts.
Allow the sea of thought to come and bring what will, and ask why. That's why I did that weird little meditation. It's just like allowing things to come to you and allowing things to just see what resonates. Why is it coming to you? Start questioning it and seeing what it can do for your real life.
Jack and I have butt heads on this before. I think his theory is that even thought itself is divine. So you just have to open yourself up to that which surrounds you and is everything. And you have to allow the ability. So everyone is capable.
What's your take, Denizen?
That's what I feel.
Well, like I said, we butt heads on this. And we have some of the best conversations I've ever had on YouTube.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, no, I'm in this regard. You can categorize me as a materialist in this narrow, issue.
Yeah, a label is all I want for you. That's all right.
Hey, let's welcome in as well, Kenny Given. Welcome back. How are you today, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. I'd like to share a video with the panel if that's okay.
Is it?
You won't get a copyright strike because it was me that filmed it, so it's
All right.
my intellectual property.
I like
All
your
right.
haircut, Ken. You looking good.
Thank you, Denizen. Thank you, Denizen.
Feel free
Okay.
to.
Let me know when it's on the screen and I'll press play. This was
Is this?
today in Green Park.
All right. You want to let us know what it's related to, or we'll just find out?
You'll find out.
All right. Here we go.
Is ready?
Oops. Wait. Yeah. That's the one I wanted.
Tell me when it's up and I'll press play.
It's up. Go ahead.
Okay.
Good evening. We've had a lovely date together. She's from Iran, and she's messed up my hair and got lipstick on my lips. But do you know what? I still really like her. Oh well.
Thank you.
We are.
We
So
all live
the reason
vicariously through Kenny's love life. You know,
The reason
It
I
is
wanted
what
to
it is.
show that is because
Finally, at least
Sure.
one of us can conquer Iran.
Here, please.
the reason I showed that is because when Jordan Peterson talks about the highest expression of the human heart, he says that's when you choose to go on a romantic adventure, you know, rather than a life of mere safety. He argues when people are denied a genuine challenge, they pursue destructive substitutes. A true romantic adventure requires commitment, sacrifice, and growth, and ultimately providing deep meaning rather than comfortable stagnation.
and it's also a
When you're on a
sign of.
romantic
Hmm.
when you're on a romantic adventure, eventually that's going to lead to you adopting more responsibility to be a competent partner and bring life into the world.
Kenny.
That's the ultimate meaning of life, is going on the romantic adventure.
Kenny, you
approaching
found
that with
a
your
way
inner
to find
child.
peace. A way to find
What's that?
peace. Donald Trump said he found peace in Iran, but I think Kenny could have found it sooner. That girl was Iranian. Kenny,
Yeah.
release all Iranian women to the West. Let them mingle. Bring them for dates. Bring them for dinner. Make love to them. And that is the way to make peace in the world.
He's also a Donald Trump supporter. She's pro Reza Pahlavi, Crown Prince, the Sun and the Lion Iranian. Yeah.
The Shah's son.
No.
Is there going to be another date, Kenny?
He wants to see me again tomorrow at her place. We're going to watch a movie together.
Oh, that old chestnut.
How wonderful.
Yeah.
Hey, that idea of pursuing the romantic adventure. While it is most fun, at least in my experience, having romantic adventures with another, you can have a romance with yourself. You can truly fall in love with your experience of you. And I guess practice a loving, non sexual relationship with yourself, right?
I never knew you were an incel, Jack.
It's been a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, my virginity's growing back.
Well, first before anything, you have to have self-respect and
Yes.
self-love, because love for another is ultimately a projection of that. You know,
Mhm.
if you can't, I mean, we've had this conversation before. I've heard other people mentioning, someone mentioned something about some people who don't have any self-respect. They're still able to fall in love with others.
Yeah.
But that's more infatuation than it is true love. Yeah.
People
And
People fall in
infatuation is a form of dependence and neediness. Yeah.
Yes. I had several relationships like that where I was not whole. I was a fractured man. And to tie it back, kind of living with a very limited state of consciousness. My awareness was mostly focused on my opinions and my problems, but that lack of self-love and self-respect doesn't create the best, most healthy relationships with other people, right? So you got to be in love with yourself, and then you can realize the one you're attracted to, the one who you feel like you love, you see that's just an addition, right?
Mhm.
It just adds to the quality of who you already are.
Yeah. One of the best books I've read on self-respect and self-love is the Daily Stoic book. 366 Meditations on Wisdom, Perseverance, and the Art of Living. Marcus Aurelius,
Page 92,
Epictetus,
Kenny.
and Seneca.
Randomly read us page 92, Kenny.
Okay. There is philosophy in everything. Eat like a human being, drink like a human being, dress up, marry, have children, get politically active, suffer abuse, bear a headstrong brother, father, son, neighbor, or companion. Shares these things so we can see that you truly have learned from the philosophers. And that was Epictetus Discourses 3:21, 5-6. And it goes on. Plutarch, a Roman biographer, as well as an admirer of the Stoics, didn't begin his study of the greats on Roman literature until late in life. But as he recounts in his biography of Demosthenes, he was surprised at how quickly it all came to him. He wrote, "It wasn't so much that the words brought me into a full understanding of events, as that somehow I had a personal experience of the events that allowed me to follow closely the meaning of the words." This is what Epictetus means about the study of philosophy. Study, yes, but go live your life as well. It's the only way that you'll actually understand what any of it means. And more important, it's only from your actions and choices over time that will be possible to see whether you took any of the teachings to heart.
Amen.
Be aware of that day to day when you're going to work, going on a date, deciding whom to vote for, calling your parents in the evening, waving to your neighbour as you walk to your door, tipping the delivery man, saying goodnight to someone you love. All of that is philosophy. All of it is experience that brings meaning to words.
Thank you, Kenny. That was wonderfully read. Jack, that is exactly what we were talking about yesterday. Although instead of philosophy, we said spirituality. We were talking about how, it's all very well to be sitting here talking about what you should be doing and, how you feel about reality. But don't forget, that's not all there is to this life. In fact, the urgency is to go out there and be and do and try and learn and develop reality with your thoughts, because in enacting yourself on the world and in receiving feedback from the world, your thoughts will develop too, and both in tandem will start getting better and better and better.
Amen.
Very true. Very true.
Putting it into action. Imperious, welcome to you. How are you today, sir?
Action speaks louder than
Peace
words.
and Jack. How are you today? Peace and Jack. Peace and Jack. I think we're getting a little confused here between cognition and consciousness. I think that's what people are here are really misallocating things. Cognition is the unaware mechanical aspects of the brain, acquiring memory, knowledge, things like that. The the things that happen automatically, like for example, breathing.
Imperious.
Okay, that's cognition.
Imperious, why did you come on my channel yesterday and say the N word?
Can I answer a question? Or
why
no?
did you say the N word on my channel yesterday?
Well,
why did you say? No, but Jack, he does this all. Jack, he needs to be challenged. Why does he say overtly racist and horrific things constantly? Why does he do it?
Because it expresses how weak you are. That words hurt you. I'm making an example out of you.
It's terribly strange.
I know.
Terribly.
How does a man expect to change the world when words hurt his mind? Well,
It's
but it might be different, but it's also disrespectful to live in fear and to think that
No,
his
you know,
moral.
Imperious
Jack, can I
words
speak or
are
no?
our
Can I speak,
way.
Jack, or no?
Well,
Can I
I
speak?
don't know
Because
if you
he's
should
been.
be able to speak. I
know.
think you should
I
be
know.
banned, quite frankly.
I
I
know,
think you should
Jack.
be
I
banned.
know.
He's a
I know.
bit of a filibuster.
I know exactly. Continuous filibuster from a man who talks about how he wants to change.
Please, Imperious, thank you. You were going somewhere, and
Well, I mean, I was until a man interrupted me. Why don't you
I know.
correct him, Jack? Why don't you correct him? Why don't you correct his emotional immaturity?
How about let me deal with
Go ahead, Jack. I'm waiting.
and this? How about
No, Jack, do you agree with people saying the N-word in public? I mean, can you say
why?
that?
No, hey, DNW, I realize that's very important to you. My answer is no. I don't really promote that or condone it. I try to discourage people from doing it, but you interrupted him. And when we interrupt each other to just what? I mean, you want to address a past flaw. I get that.
I don't consider it a flaw because he's just sitting
I
there
know you
because he
don't.
doesn't like something.
Imperious.
I don't care what he
No,
likes.
Imperious, please. You know how to show respect to a host.
Yes,
and if the host has a preference, I mean, really, if you're not willing to cooperate, is there a reason to refuse?
Well, again, I didn't refuse, Jack. I mean, he just got upset and kicked me off his show yesterday, and he cried for about an hour and a half. There were people DMing me talking about how he was crying because words hurt him. Jack, literally, I grew up on sticks and stones.
Pattern.
Mm-hmm. Sticks and stones, Jack. Like with this guy,
millions
if I say
millions and millions
Jack,
of
if I say a mean word, this guy literally goes, "Oh, I have a bruise on my arm." He said a mean word. I have a bruise on my arm. That's what he's saying. He literally believes that he physically is damaged by mean words.
Please. Holy cow,
man. But Jack, I was bringing up cognition versus cognizance, and he can't.
Yes, that is where you were. Thank you. You were bringing up you were saying cognition is perhaps the automated functions
exactly of the brain.
And it controls
the automated functions of the brain, senses, like for example, smell, taste, breathing, things like that. The unconscious, the uninstructed. For example, you can have cognition without consciousness. You can't have consciousness without cognition.
Okay. I might need to look this up.
Well, because Jack, for example, consciousness is a direct physical action. You're sitting there thinking. To do that, you have to have cognition, which is to breathe, Jack. So you can have cognition without, you can have consciousness, or you can have cognition without consciousness. You can't have consciousness without cognition.
I think you may be wrong on this.
Jack.
Okay.
Objective ethics, a man of honor, says.
What is honor?
Imperious absolutely does not know how to show respect to anyone. He doesn't even know what respect
Look
is.
at them crying, Jack. Look at the whole band. They're crying.
I'm just reading a comment for you to reflect upon.
Why? We'll read the other comments in the chat saying how I'm awesome. Why don't you read that too?
How about just show him he's wrong? Don't need to argue.
I just did. It showed, Jack. Emotional femininity, Jack. This is
holy cows.
No, but it is, Jack. I don't understand how words upset people.
It doesn't. The insensitivity.
That's because you're a psychopath.
Now he's calling me direct names, Jack. Are you okay with that? I didn't call him anything.
No, that's okay. I mean, you must be a psychopath if you cannot understand.
See, Jack. So you're okay with that? Him directing things
in
at me.
others. No, Jack, it's a fact. If he can't understand that words cause emotions in others, he must be a psychopath.
No, I just don't care. Words don't. I don't care about your subjective feelings.
That again signifies you are a psychopath. Look,
no, it's just I don't care about you.
I'm just making a clinical observation.
No, you're not a doctor.
You're saying.
I know.
Are you a doctor? Are you a doctor?
How do you know?
Are you a doctor? Can you make medical diagnosis?
Please stop. Welcome, Melanie. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Feeling pretty good. we got a little bit off on the topics.
Why don't you bring up what Mariah
Oh, we're not
just
talking
said?
about
No, no, but
consciousness.
Jack,
bringing this
Jack,
to your
it's
panel?
a great topic. It's a fantastic
I
topic.
like neuroscience. That's why.
Imperius says we shouldn't care about words.
No,
Words
you
should not-
shouldn't. No.
What do you think, Melanie?
I mean, I've seen Imperius get triggered by words, so I have to
Yeah,
wonder
but I don't
how much
cry.
he
I don't.
actually
I don't
applies
cry,
that
and
to
I
his
don't. I don't
day-to-day
act. I don't
life.
act like words hurt me.
You react. You use
No, I
it
don't.
as
I just break you with words. I break. You want to say words to me? I'll break you with them.
no.
So I'll
That's
just break you like
You
I
literally
break you in
got mad
person.
that
I'll break
someone
your
called you a
bones, dude.
psychopath.
Why can't you use your words to get along?
Because there's nothing to get along with a coward weakling.
Well, stop telling yourself
This
that.
is
You might
again
find
the
some strength
psychopathy.
in others. It is.
The psychopathy is sitting there criticizing me
it's
for
not
mean words while there's
No,
people
I mean,
raping
you're
your
called-
children in your
Jack,
country.
You're
You
saying you're
guys
breaking
stop.
weapons. It's not normal behavior, brother.
Like
It's
this is sitting here and acting autistic like you are is.
What are you
Again,
doing?
again,
You're
again.
Normal
he's trying
behavior
to-
is not really a virtue to live up to.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Denizen.
thank you, Denizen. I mean, this guy sit here and he's sitting there going, everyone should be mad at the same things I'm mad at.
No.
Yeah, but everyone should be mad at the same things that
astounded
hurt my
you
feelings.
think there's no connection between other people's emotions and your words, and it's not something you should be concerned with.
Yeah, but I don't
find
govern
that
other people's
astounding.
actions on how
I
they make me
wonder.
feel.
I wonder how you orient yourself in your daily life if you have friends, if you have people that want to hang out
He
with you.
does.
Because
He
I
does.
mean, if he's behaving and talking like that, I very much doubt it.
So he gets to sit here and morally expound on me, Jack, and tell me everything that I am, and you silence me the whole time.
Right.
That's what I'm
Because
trying.
you're
Well, you
the
know,
reason-
I'm sorry, but using
DNW,
N words
please.
so freely, being
I just muted DNW as well. Okay. And the reason was, Imperius, I muted you because you were interrupting. Right? You're in this state where you're being combative, and it's not on the path to resolving. In DNW, you're kind of provoking it a little as well.
But why
we
is it me? Hold on, Jack. I didn't come in here
Yeah.
and address him. I didn't address him. He addressed me first, correct?
I don't care.
Okay, so
Look
you don't
at
care who's right or
yourself.
wrong. Okay.
Imperious, if that's your narrative, that's your narrative. But it's up to you to figure out what's right and what's not.
Yeah, and it's yours to treat everyone the same, Jack. It's up to you to treat everyone the same, but you're not.
Actually, it's mine to do as I choose.
And that's
Now,
what I'm
I
doing by not
choose-
caring about how he feels. There you go. I'm just like you, Jack.
No, you're not just like me, because I'm literally trying to convince you that, please, if you stop.
No, you're not going to convince me that mean words that hurt a kid's feelings is I'm supposed to care about.
Well, you just
don't care.
interrupted me with a straw man narrative that was not the direction I was going. Imperious, you got to look at yourself, man. Please. You're
Jack,
not.
I don't get hurt about mean words.
You
I've
might
been through
wanna
broken
consider
bones.
what- you
I've been
might
actually
wanna
hurt in life, Jack.
You might want to consider the feedback of the world that you're experiencing.
I don't consider the feedback of the weak. The weak
Okay.
need to shut up.
Well, I'm losing my patience with you because you need to shut up.
Well, he's weak, and
Not having impulse control is a weakness.
It is. It's truly a weakness, which I gotta give respect to you folks here with me. I've witnessed you guys just maintain calm, patient, right? I've
Got a
seen
lot
that
of practice on YouTube.
And what did you say, Dirty Lowlife? I missed that.
It's not like that on the inside.
It's not like that.
You're like a
Well-
swan, looking so calm on the surface, but its legs underneath are kicking frantically.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Xanax.
The drug or someone named Xanax?
The
Hey,
drug.
Oh,
I've only done it once in my life, and it was fucking miraculous.
that's one I haven't tried. I don't intend to either. But the path I found, sincerely, I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream. If you can find and align yourself within you to this ideal spark of the God creator, the God spark, the pure essence of who you are behind all the memories and identities, right? And just be with that. That in that silence, training my mind to start shutting up, right? Detaching away from different ideas that weren't really good ideas. I think that's part of all of our growing up. But the path to
Jack,
success, it's inside.
the proof is in the pudding, Jack. The proof is in the pudding. You kicked Imperius off the stream. That should set a little, thought process going on in his head that his ways aren't working. His ways are not working.
They would have done that a long time ago if it had any potential.
Hopefully. For a sane, rational
No,
man, that would
he's
say,
just going to make his point.
He's also very wrong when he said that words shouldn't affect people emotionally. We are social beings, we're sentient beings, and words have a massive impact on our emotional state. If we are surrounded by too much negative energy, for example, was there no some kind of scientific experiment where they done an experiment where they had was it a glass of water or some kind of substance, and they got someone to say to it for hours on end or even days on end, maybe, "I hate you," and they said to the other one, "I love you," and at the end of it, some of the structure, or it was more volatile on the one that was said that spoken to, "I hate you." It had been slightly damaged in some way. Another one was more wholesome and intact and vital.
Kenny, just
I
so
don't know
you know,
exactly the experiment.
But only a
just
psychopath
so you
would
know,
say
can I
words.
quickly get in here just to talk about that experiment for a second?
Yeah.
That experiment was done by Dr. Imaru Masoto and
Masuru Emoto.
Masuru, maybe. Okay, maybe I got it wrong. But the thing is that from a scientific standpoint, it's not very conclusive, and there have been experiments where it's been tried to be recreated and it wasn't able to be recreated. So, but if you want to believe that's true, I think that's a good kind of like belief to hold, because it's not really religious. It's just kind of spiritual, and it can lead you to do good things and treat the world with good intent. So I think that's still a good outlook to have on the world.
But the main point is it still has an effect on human beings because we're social beings, you know?
Yeah,
It does
and you
affect
see
our mental,
people.
words can affect our mental state.
You see people online
Some more than
using
others. Some
language.
people are more
It's not even
sensitive
about the
than
mental
others.
state, Ken. Yeah, they can, but it affects the outcome of reality, of the future. That's what I'm concerned with. You know, if you go out there spewing vitriol, if you go out there being disrespectful, well, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that you are setting up a future where that can come back to you. That can be the situation. That can be a social norm where you are creating chaos. Therefore, there will be a continuation of chaos, because other people will feel emotionally disturbed and they will want to fire back, and it just keeps going and going and going. And I mean, the
So
same
it does
person
affect
steps back
people's
from that and
mental
says,
states.
of course,
It does
I think it
affect people's mental
partially
states. Yeah.
has to do with the
Like you
culture
can only
you're
try
in.
and imagine their mental.
Sorry, am I super
turmoil.
quiet or something? Because I'm having trouble getting in.
No, we hear
Sorry,
you.
my bad. I'm just having trouble figuring out if it's me or.
No, we can
Jack,
hear you. It's
To
just that
Imperius's
people
point,
do
though, I'd
tend to
rather live in a
spontaneously
society
jump
where
in on
that was not the
conversations.
case.
Well, I know we would rather a lot of things, but the simple truth is it is the case, and that's why the sane rational man has to orient himself with what is rather than what isn't. Can I just say, objective ethics,
or live with the consequences.
Objective ethics says, in his opinion, Imperius suffers from antisocial personality disorder, and allowing him to join these panels is harmful to him and others. Well, look, I don't know if he's ever been overtly racist on your channel, Jack, but certainly he has been on my channel, and it is something to consider if he continues.
Well, I'm going to make
considering that
I'm
none
going
of
to
us
make
are
a
qualified
prediction
to
here.
diagnose
I'm going to
people.
make a prediction here, DNW. I'm going to make a prediction here. Gracie Guru, you will let him back on the show, and he'll just go back in a full cycle and have another breakdown and then apologize again. And it's going to keep happening as long as you keep letting them
Imperious and Guru
apologized.
are two very different people, to be clear. Imperious would not let himself cry on stream, even if he felt that way. He would
I'm not
leave
talking
before
about
he cried
Imperious. I'm talking about Gracie
I know.
Guru,
I'm just saying
aka Carl.
You
Can
can't
I,
expect the same outcome from them. I think Carl would actually try to improve. Imperious is convinced that he doesn't need to.
if I may interject a moment, I just noticed
Go ahead,
that
Danilo.
Imperious made the suggestion that DNW is a child for having an emotional reaction to words spoken to him. And it made me realize that a child, that is the problem. Children are very sensitive emotionally. And if you're going to just talk shit to them, they're going to learn some horrible things to internalize into themselves as a being. Imperious, it kind of suggests to me that you kind of revealed it in what you said. There are children. We need to be careful with how we talk to each other. We're all children. We've just grown up a bit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. If you stretch that out, if you stretch what he said out, he's basically saying we shouldn't have concern for children, because what he's doing as an adult talking to another adult is he's creating a social norm that children have to live and observe. So, he's actually showing there, a disregard for children, Dirty Low Life, which is also worrying. Great point.
I may have been corrected. Maybe he has shown it here too. I maybe I overlook and I allow a lot of people to just be themselves, trying to
And I respect you for that, Jack. I respect you for that a lot. Letting somebody be themselves. Wow, that's no small task.
Is this the same guy who said last night before, a couple of nights before, that he thinks it should be legal to kill and rape illegal immigrants? Is that the same guy?
Yes, the same guy. It's the same guy, Jack. He said that. He literally said
he called Ra's al Ghul the N-word as well, didn't he?
He did, and he called the loveliest, one of the loveliest
so
people
that's not
here.
someone you should be allowing back on.
No, he called Joe Cool names as well. Joe Cool is one of the greatest dudes alive, and he said similar things. And I don't know why he does it. I mean, Imperious, brother, you're not doing yourself any good. Quite frankly, Jack, it's really sad, isn't it? He could ingratiate himself. He could become, one like a friend, but he's pushing others away. He's pushing others
without
away.
weaponizing clinical. Go ahead. Sorry, that was for Jack. You're right.
Oh, hey, thank you. We can review and kind of guess. Imperious, thank you for the contribution. I'm not gonna read that one either. I think it does reveal what would cause a person to grow up and be convinced that words don't matter. It's a defensive mechanism, and I think that might be what Dirty Lowlife was kind of getting at is, maybe that was a way to deal with the environment earlier as a child. And then the childish tendencies, we carry those until we make peace with them. But the way I see everyone, really, we're all lessons and blessings for one another. What we choose to do with one another is entirely an inner choice, based on what is made available. But I do have I've got a tremendous faith. I really, really do, guys. And I don't know if I can explain why, truly, but I've got this incredible faith that greater things are in our future. And if you're here with me, I think some greater things are happening, because the people who find their way with me, every one of you guys, for the most part, I can say with confidence, the majority at least, it's folks who have been working on themselves, right? Growing into better versions of who they used to be, opening their minds, seeking truth, asking questions. We're here for a reason. And the words we choose are critically important for our own experience.
Yeah.
Hey, and today the idea is, right, the problems in the world are as real as the people suffering. And when we see someone sharing bitterness and they're kind of anxious and they're looking for attention, it means there's something not whole and settled within them yet. And if we can recognize the suffering in others, not just the suffering in ourselves, then maybe we can work together to help get people out of that stuff. Oh. Hey, we are at this 2-hour mark. I don't want to turn into a pumpkin or a princess or something if I keep going on too long. I do have a set to forward over to Finding Gnosis channel with DNW. I'm assuming, we didn't discuss, but I'm assuming you're going to continue and maybe open up for more conversations over there.
Okay, be quick, guys. Come over after the show, and I'll let you on. Whoever gets there
I'm going
first
to
gets
listening
on.
mode, but I might come on later.
Hey,
Thanks, everyone.
DNW, you want to see how fast I am?
Good night.
I'll drop the
Even you, Denizen. Even you. Because Denizen and me made up, really. We made up.
Did we?
But,
that's good news.
See, we did. I'm speaking for you, Denizen. Get used to it.
Oh, I freaking love it.
I'm joking, Denizen.
I need a lot more evolution on my path before I can get used to that concept.
Okay, Denizen. One day you will be okay, and you can come back.
Brother.
Perhaps one day I won't feel like you owe me an apology before I return, and then we shall meet again.
Things do matter, Denizen, and that's why. Look, I'm not going to get into it now, but I was upset. And so were many others. And you know why they were upset. And it involved an older lady. And we just thought there wasn't enough concern for her, given that she was an older lady.
She's a bully. She's a mean bully. And she got 20% of her cruelty back at her. And you put me backstage and muted me over it.
Denizen.
So I don't really want to participate.
Denizen, you're a physically and intellectually powerful man. How you could be bullied by a 72-year-old woman, I do not know.
She is a bully, so that has nothing to do with who I am. And she's admitted to such that she goes on your panel looking for catharsis by taking out her anger on strangers on the internet. These are her words. And again, I was not given equal treatment. I was muted and put backstage for giving her a fraction of what she gave me and gives to others routinely.
Did you ever have a granny or like an older neighbor? Oh, sorry, Jack wants to end the show. I'm not going to go. Jack, I'm going to step back. Thank you, Jack. And thank you to everybody who tuned in to Jack's chat. As always, it's been absolutely fascinating. Take care, people. We will continue on the Finding Gnosis show after Jack has given his, ending sermon. Take care.
Thank you, DNW. God bless. Sincerely. Denizen, if you don't mind, I'll give Dirty Low. Actually, either one. I love you, I love you both. You guys both have an amazing strength with words that I
yes,
truly...
I'm glad I met Dirty. Do you have Discord, Dirty Low Life?
No.
Can I call you something else?
You can call me what you like.
How about Robert?
Robert's good name. Good strong name, yeah.
Any chance of getting you to download and install Discord so that we can correspond with one another off YouTube?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll look into Discord, yeah.
Yeah, look into that. Next time we talk, I'll give you my link.
Yeah, nice.
I find myself in an uncomfortable position of defending Imperius today. and I choose to make this my closing argument. God save me. But he has a point. I mean, he came up here in good faith, discussing the topic. He had a very interesting point of view on cognition versus consciousness that I was anxiously waiting to hear, in which DNW successfully derailed with drama that he brought over from his channel that had nothing to do with the topic at hand or the conversation we were having. And, I've dealt with Imperius many, many times. So I would say that given that context, while it was somewhat contentious, Imperius was trying to be as respectful as he could be while also being honest to himself as he sees his values. And he should have been at least given the opportunity to defend himself, if not have that whole thing kind of left for another discussion so that we could go on talking about the topic that he raised. With that being said, I look forward to DNW's apology in the future. It seems like it's coming right around the corner, and I would love to further this conversation on his platform again, like we used to. It's always good to see you, Jack, and I'm enjoying getting to know you, Robert, and see you guys later.
Take care, Denizen.
Sincerely, much love to you, Denizen. And as usual, I really can't argue against or deny what he has to say.
Like you said, strong words.
I'll own up to some more of this in a bit. Any last thoughts from you?
No, just thank you, Jack. Interesting show as ever. It's been as always, it's been an interesting exercise to remain conscious despite the urging to say things.
Yes, I know that. We are,
pleasure, Jack, as always.
Hey, we are reflections of one another. I truly appreciate what you bring. Thank you, sir. And brothers and sisters, to all who tuned in, all who joined, whether live or later, my sincere appreciation. The reminder for us, of course, in the background, the goal is to end all wars within and the wars around, and join us, all of us. Let it be all of us. Join together, individually, separately, collectively, together, right? Working towards a greater future. Because if we can agree that it's time to create a better life for us all, if you can believe that it's time to create a better life, not just for you, but for the greater world, open yourself up. We talked about consciousness a lot today, right? And maybe we are receivers and transmitters, right? We receive and project information through our minds, right? Through the chemicals and the signals of our body, man. It's like far out, dude. To be alive is to be a miracle, and be with the miracle of joy and love and life, because that is your true nature. I'm forgetting less and less often. I'm remembering my true nature is to be with love and to be with the solution, because that's with God. I'm going to wrap it up here. We do have a set to raid over to and continue conversations with our friend DNW over on Finding Gnosis channel. Whether you go that way or not, wherever you travel, share some joy, please, and take some of my faith with you. Till next time, choose love, peace for everyone, walk with faith, and live without fear. Thank you again, and God bless. Peace.